Hello everyone, once again welcome back to English class. How are you all? All good? Okay, so in the last class we were discussing a story about shepherd. Can you say what's the meaning of the word shepherd? Yes, a person who rears a sheep. A person who rears a sheep is called a shepherd. So we were discussing a story titled as the shepherd's treasure. The shepherd's treasure. Okay. So let's have a quick reminder of that story that we discussed in the last class. So the shepherd was living in Iraq. And he was very famous for his friendly nature and for his wisdom. And once the king of Iraq also heard about the shepherd, about his friendly nature, wisdom, his personality, everything. So this king decided to meet this shepherd. So the king changed all his appearance. He went to that shepherd's cave. And that shepherd treated this king in a good way. And after all that, when that king was going back to his palace, that shepherd understood that this was not a common man. This was king. And that shepherd understood this was the king of Iraq. Then he said to king that, "Thank you, your majesty, for visiting me." Then by hearing that, the king got very much surprised. The king thought, how he understand that I was the king? So then king appointed that poor wise shepherd as the governor of one of the small district. And the people all over that district he loved that shepherd very much because he was very friendly. He was very friendly in nature and his honest wisdom, his good personality. So all the people loved him very much. But by hearing this, other governors in the other district were jealous. They were jealous and they started saying some bad things about the shepherd to the king. Then the king was really confused. The king don't know what all these governors were saying. Actually, he can't believe what was the real truth. And that governors told the king that always the shepherd carry an iron chest and he used it to collect money from the people, and he kept that money in that iron chest. So he was carrying that iron chest all the time with him. And all of them said to the king that you must check, you must note down the behavior of that shepherd. He's cheating you. So the king got very confused. So till here we stopped last day, right? Okay, now all of you take your textbook page number 9. So today we are going to start the third part, last part, okay? Page number 9. At first, the king did not pay attention to these reports, but how long could we ignore these governors and their endless stories about the shepherd? So, all those that governors, they started making so much stories about the shepherd. But the king was not ready to believe anything. But the king was very confused. He was very confused. And after that, one thing was certain. The king discovered the new governor did carry an iron chest with him all the time. But the king was saying to himself that one thing is sure. He is always carrying an iron chest with him. But I don't know what was inside that iron chest. So one day the new governor was summoned to the palace. Summoned meaning to order. So that new governor was ordered to come to the palace. It was the order of that king. He came riding on his camel, and to everyone's delight, the famous iron chest was there, fastened securely behind him on the camel's back. So, as per the order of the king, the shepherd came to the palace with his iron chest. He put that iron chest in the backside of that camel. Yes, as all the other governors said, he had that iron chest. He always carried that iron chest, but nobody knows what was inside that iron chest. And now the king was angry. He thundered, "Why do you always carry that iron chest with you? What does it contain?" Then the king was angry by seeing that iron chest again. Then he shouted to the shepherd that, "Why do you always carry that iron chest? What was inside that iron chest? Why you are always carrying that iron chest? What's the problem?" The king asked to the shepherd. Then the governor smiled. He asked his servant to bring in the chest. How eagerly the people standing around waited for the shepherd to be found out. So the king ordered his servants to take that iron chest from that camel, and all the other governors and all the people who were waiting to see what was inside this iron chest, all were eagerly waiting. They wanted to know what was inside this iron chest. Then, but how great was their astonishment. That means they are so surprised to see what was happening, what gonna happen there. Astonishment meaning surprised. And even of the king himself, when the chest was opened, no gold or silver or jewels, but an old blanket was all that came out. So all were eagerly watching what gonna come out from that iron chest. So the soldiers brought that iron chest to the king, and the king opened that iron chest. There was no gold, there was no silver, no any money, or there was no any treasure, but there was an all blanket. There was an all blanket instead of all these things. And holding it up proudly, the shepherd said, "This is my dear master, is my only treasure. I always carry it with me." Then the shepherd took that all blanket, and he said, "This is only my treasure. This is only the thing I have. So that's why I'm carrying this blanket all the time with me in that iron chest." "But why do you carry such an ordinary blanket with you? Surely you are the governor of a district." So the king asked to that shepherd that, why you are always carrying this all blanket with you? At least you are the governor of a district, isn't it? Then why you are always carrying this all blanket with you? Huh? Asked the king to the shepherd. The king asked, to which the shepherd replied with quiet dignity. So for that question, that shepherd answered with quietness, calm and quietness, dignity. He answered, "This blanket is my oldest friend. It will still protect me if at any time your majesty should wish to take away my new clocks." Okay, so that means you are saying that this blanket is my old friend, and this blanket gonna help me from any situation, and I have only this blanket with me. So I am carrying this blanket all the time with me. This is my only thing I have as my own. So I am carrying this with me all the time. And he was also saying that this is my old friend too, and it will still protect me, and this will protect me still. Okay, how pleased the king was, and how embraced the jealous governors became to hear the wise man's reply. Note down the word embarrassed. Shame. So by hearing the reply of the shepherd, the king was shameless. The king got shame, and the other governors, they were so shamed, because by hearing the reply of that shepherd, all of them told to the king that inside that iron chest there was gold, silver, money he collected from the people as tax. So by hearing the wise, clever reply of that shepherd, they all were shamed. Okay. Now they knew that the shepherd was indeed the humblest and the wisest man in the land. So not only the people, but also that other governors also understood that yes, he is a wise man, and also he was the humblest one in the world. And the king made him the governor of much bigger district that very day. Then after that, the king appointed this shepherd as the governor of a big district. Thus, in this story, we can understand something. What was that? Everyone should need that humble personality, humble attitude. Okay, and this story was an adaptation from an Iranian folktale. Okay, so this story was an Iranian story. Okay, I hope this story is clear for you. So, all of you just find out what this story is giving us a moral. Note down the moral and tell me in the DCS. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.